Hey guys, this is Hither, and I have got an incredible lady here who is an amazing relationship coach. What is the biggest challenge when women who are usually the traditional old-fashioned types? I feel like it's a cultural problem. So definitely in the UK, I feel it's getting much better. It's like a huge difference now. The working woman or someone who's financially independent is quite the norm. But when I come to south of France and live in Monaco, I see a lot of the Eastern European beautiful women, stunning women, and they live just to be a wealthy wife, you know, and their whole life is just they're just trying to be good enough for a man who might be 20-30 years older, who doesn't actually respect them, and they are actually very unhappy inside, because I've done a little research with the actual women themselves, and they have none of their own money, so they have no money in their bank accounts. They are only given the flashy handbags, or, you know, taken or my stuff, and they, when I tell them what I do, they're like, oh my god, you know, some of them hate it. They think it's not a female thing to do, you know, they like to be the kept woman, but they are also very unhappy, and they just don't want to admit that. The second younger female, and these are the ones I really want to target, the ones who actually think, you know what, we should try and be different. We don't have to be like the older typical Monaco lady that is, you know, Botox up to the max and just trying to look 20 all her life, but she is so unhappy and waiting for her husband to die so she can take all the money, you know. The way really sad.
Sounds like a plan for both women. It's common. It's actually common.
It's actually a strategy, because Monaco is the only place in the world that you can get tax-free inheritance when you are married to the person. So my issue, Greta, I need your help, and I want you to explain to me what is it with women, and why do they not seem to consider money as like something that should be their possession? Like, what have you come across? And I'd love people to
Okay, so basically it's, if you're going to rely on a guy like that, sooner or later he's gonna get really bored, because you're being, this is a very horrible word, but you're like nearly like a slave. He's keeping you, you're his property, you know, like but you're not having any independence. You're losing who you are. So most likely when he was dating you in the beginning, maybe you had goals, maybe you had dreams, right? Now he starts to date you, or he marries you, and everything is all about him. So you're losing who you are. So it's really important, in order for a guy to sustain his interest in you, to stay you, even if he's trying to control you, and even if he says, I want to provide for you, I want to give you everything, take it like it's great, thank you, fantastic, but you know, I still want to follow my path, I still want to be me, you know. So this is the most important. And the problem is that if you do not have financial independence, you can't set in boundaries. And and people, everybody tests boundaries. Children test boundaries. You know, like if you don't have boundaries, like the child can love a mom, but if she's always letting him get away with everything, when she's sick and she can't do anything, he's gonna be having a tantrum. Why are you not making me pancakes? Why do I have to eat this toast, you know? Like this is just how it is. You have to set boundaries with everyone, and without financial independence you can't do it. You can't walk away if he's being rude, you know, like where are you gonna go?
I know, I love that. I mean, so that is so true. The fact that everybody's going to test boundaries, like I wasn't even aware about that, and you're very right. So that's such a good insight for females watching this, thinking that how can I shake up my whole aspect? Like, how can they be okay with themselves making money, or at least working for money? A common concept I see is women, especially young moms, and I'm sure you probably see a lot of them. When they have a kid, so there's those women I've just described, the ones who are literally, their strategy is find a rich man, and that is going to keep them happy, and they're not happy. So we have a major issue. The second one is when we have a young girl, or even not even that young, like mid-30s. I mean, that's still young, I should say. But let's say they've had a first child, right? So they underestimate how difficult that is, and then they fall into like this postnatal depression, and then they have gone from career lady to stay at home and hate their life because they're suddenly like stuck at home looking after this child, which they love, of course. And then I get a lot of them coming out on the other side, transition to, I want to make money again, but I can't have the job that I had because I have to do the school run, and they don't feel that they can be who they were. So do you come across a lot of women like that? And it affects a relationship too. They start kind of becoming more spiteful with their partners. And then the money thing, they just need that. They almost hate relying on the husband during the period. What's the advice for them?
I usually say that look for something that makes you happy, what you want to do. So because, you know, I'm not in, I don't know how to trade, right? So this is something that you have to teach me, right? So yeah, but you can cut it out if it doesn't make sense. You know, but because I built a business, I basically tell them to go for your goals, go for your dreams. Everything is opened. You know, you can build something for yourself. Start from the scratch, start from nothing. You know, like I started from nothing. I started from my phone and like 400 pounds in my bank account, you know, like I literally was like counting every penny. So, and and then you grow as you go along. So, you know, so this is what I tell them to do, basically. Look for something that you're interested in, and nowadays you can make a business out of anything.
Yes, very much.
You know, and you just need to be creative. So if you don't want to do that, well, then you need to still grow as a person. You know, so educate yourself, listen to those podcasts, read the book, so you're interesting to be with, so you're not staying the same. Because as soon as you're staying always the same and the guy comes back, there's always the same person, there's no growth, it gets boring. You know, like it's like when you have a pond, you know, and the water is still, it gets stagnant, smells dirty, it needs to flow like a river, you know. So like people need to grow, always grow. And this is what made me come to you, Hither, because when I was going to those events, you know, everybody goes like, oh, you know, start a business, this, but at the same time, having a business, it's still like it's still so many risks. You need to have more flows, you know. So I'm like, okay, so I'll wait until my business is kind of on a roll. The next thing is trading, the next thing is property. So you want to be financially stable from all the angles, because now the COVID happened, the business failed. So if you just had one source of income, you're done. So
absolutely. And I love that you said that change is actually good. So for all the women out there thinking that I want to be the old version of me, I get that statement said a lot by these women. They're amazing, but they just have so much self-doubt, and they kind of resent their new life. But having a new chapter in their life is good because it's creating new dynamics in their relationship. But more importantly, bringing that financial independence is what is so powerful. So let's focus on that bit. So how does it change for women? So statistically, if you had to kind of measure the success rate of a relationship, would you really pin it down to, if you've got more money as an independent female, you are more likely to have a better relationship? Would you agree with that statement?
100%. I think when you're financially independent, you have more choices, obviously, of guys. You know, you have a lot of choices. I think guys that you choose for yourself end up choosing, it becomes less, because when you don't have much money, you kind of, your standard is not that high.
And you end up being a victim, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
What will I receive, and what's the best? And and that's when the self-esteem really takes some.
Self-esteem can go really on a low. The more when you have, financial stability, when you're giving, you kind of, your value increases as well. You can give more. For me personally, the money is independence, of course. I can do things for myself, what I like, but it's also giving. I love giving, like parents, like looking after my parents, just buying whatever I want to buy. Let's say if I see something that my mom will like, I'll just get it. I don't look at the price tag. If I see something that my friend would like, I just get it. I don't have to think like, oh, do I have enough? Oh, it looks pretty, so maybe for her birthday, or I can just get it, and it's nice.
Yes.
And the more you give, the more you receive.
Yeah.
But obviously you kind of have to be careful with friends who we are in, because yeah.
I love it. So no, that's really good. It's a really good statement you made there, that 100% you see women who are more financially savvy are going to have better relationships. So let's imagine a lady is in a relationship where she is completely dependent, and I get more and more coming through my social media that are falling in this category, you see. So I really want you to help them through me questions. So how they watch me or someone like yourself on social media, and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that. So they, at the moment, they're independent, but then they try to become dependent, and sometimes there's a resistance from their partner in their journey.
But you know what? This is good.
Okay.
Resistance is good. A girl should never worry when a guy is resistant. Right? Because resistance, like if he's getting resistant, is because he's getting uncertainty. This is the beauty that girls need to know. When you go for your, like, men love a woman who is a challenge because of testosterone. So guys have much more testosterone than women do, and we like goals. We like to go for it, right? This is why we like go for girls, So by going for your goals and dreams, by having that independency, you are being a challenge for him, and at the same time you're giving him uncertainty. Uncertainty is a man's love need. If he does not get uncertainty, he will get bored, stagnant, and he'll actually fall out of love with you.
Wow.
So when you're depending on a guy, you're giving him safety and security. Safety and security is a woman's love need, right? So if we besties, right, I'll be like, oh, hither, this, hither, blah, blah, hither, like giving a lot of kind of safety, that our friendship is all safe, nothing, is going on. But when it's between a woman and a man, she needs to understand that it's not another woman. She cannot give him lots of safety and security because it's not his love need. He likes a challenge, he likes goals, he likes uncertainty. He like, it's not about you being totally reliant on him and dependent on him and losing yourself for him. It's the opposite. It's you staying a challenge. It's something to conquer for him. It's to him to get a bit of uncertainty. It's like, okay, so if I'm rude or disrespectful, she looks like she's not gonna put up with this, so I better be nice, and I better be charming, and I better help her out and treat her good.
Nice. I love that. So this is so good for people who come through a culture where they just have to be women, and they feel guilty trying to be independent. So what you've said there is like perfect.
No, that's actually, you shouldn't feel guilty. You should feel guilty by not being independent, because you're killing his love.
Yeah. Okay.
You yourself are killing his love. So by being independent, you're bringing his attraction for you back. So a man wants to love you, but he can't love you when you're giving him safety and security, because it's not his love need.
Oh, I love that. That is so good, guys.
You know?
I
So
hope you guys can see how good Greta is at helping you guys. I mean, by the way, do you coach people one-to-one if they need relationship?
yeah, I do one-to-one group coaching. I
Ah,
have some packages as well. Yeah.
oh, this is so good because I really, okay, so you know what? I feel like I need to tell some of these women who have these relationship issues, or I feel like they need that self-esteem boost just in their current life. I mean, even if it's just a female wanting to have, because you've got such a nice feminine approach, Greta, and they're going to feel like they can still be so feminine and also be not guilty about wanting to be super independent about, you know, in their relationship. So
yeah, you should stay like, if you're feminine, you should embrace it, but you can do so many things with it.
Yes.
You know, like I always been, this is why nobody believed in me, because all my life I've been very like, oh, Greta, sweet, feminine, like, yeah. So when I started it, like literally I had no support. But this is where I was like, I know I come across feminine, but I also know that I'm very strong, you know?
Absolutely.
And you know, and when I was going for it, I was like, okay, where is my strength? I need to like take that out and make it big, and literally like nearly like put a shield around people who don't believe in me. You know, we all can be strong.
Yes.
You know, and it's beauty, you know, it's beautiful and it's great. And just being strong, you're not gonna become a man because you're not a man. You're still gonna be a woman. You know, like this is what girls need to understand. You know, it's like, you should be strong. Men are attracted to strong women. You know, as long as those strong women do not chase men. You know? So a lot of girls who have goals and dreams, because we go for the business, right? We start to go for men. So it's like, no, like you go for your business. So you're like a salesperson, then a guy, but with a guy, be a consumer, right? Let him approach you, let him charm you. This is where you can be feminine. Yes.
So that's great. So you know how to control the dynamics. So, so guys, if you want to work with Greta, and the reason I asked Greta to jump on the channel and have an interview is because she came to my training and I thought that was amazing. And when I realized what she did when she introduced herself in the group, and I was like, wow, this is a first of kind. Just like, this is, you know, I was so glad that I attracted someone like you into my training. And I thought this really makes me think of, okay, women actually want to be financially independent, even from you know, that background that I would normally never feel would be interested. So I love that, Greta, and I mean, I think you're an inspiration to so many females, and thank you for helping them. And I am gonna do your story. So guys, I'm gonna let you understand more about Greta, and we're gonna have a little section about her story because it's very inspiring, and I think it needs a segment all by itself straight after this video. But so please watch it, and you'll learn so much about her. There's her YouTube channel. We'll make sure the link is there as well. How would you like people to contact you, Greta?
Through my email, that's the best.
So we can email.
Email is the best. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Okay, amazing. So we'll put your email at the bottom and also your YouTube channel, because I feel like you find
Brilliant.
it. You're fantastic. Keep doing what you do, and you know, keep steering the women to being financially independent. I feel like together we can sort of change that whole dynamic of women and men.
Definitely.
You know, there's a massive pay gap issue. I'm a feminist, you know, under all of this, even though I work in a male industry, I still feel like I'm a very strong, like, female ambassador. I love women, and I feel like I love inspiring them to do.
You're very inspiring for so many women here. Like, you're so inspiring, and this is what attracted me to come to you as well. I was like, wow, this girl is like, she looks great, she's feminine, and she's running this empire, you know, I want to go to her event, you know. And also the other thing, what kind of made me stick with you is because your values, you have incredible values.
Thank you.
You know, and I think that's really important, because majority of people who achieve so much, the values go out the roof, you know. So
very true. Integrity is everything for me.
integrity, yeah.
So I really appreciate that you see that. So that's very nice, actually. But yeah, honestly, I love coaching, and I can see you absolutely love it, because you can tell you're making a real change, aren't you, for people? So, you know,
it's very rewarding job.
It's very rewarding. So
Yeah.
Grace is on a mission similar to mine to try and close the way women think in a more higher form. And we're going to close that pay gap difference, you know, like people, men and women, I want them to be to just be so confident to take what they want in life and not have to second guess or think that, no, that belongs to the men and I should just stay in my little corner. I don't like that, you know. And I love,
you should have the empire together. Absolutely. You know, because it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to be a queen and run your own kingdom.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like, otherwise you're bored. Like, I don't, you know, for me, going shopping is great, but it's much more fun to work on my business. You know,
that's great.
You know what I mean? It's fun. And yeah, girls, we need to, it's like, yeah, you need to be inspired. You need to stay creative, see the beauty of life. Yeah. It's not about a guy, you know. If you want to worship something, you know, worship God. Don't worship men, you know. That's how you lose a guy, actually, by doing that. So
yes, I love that. Very true. Love it. Greta, you're so incredible. We're going to make sure that people work with you to feel like they can really reach the next level in their personal relationship goals as well. So thanks, Greta. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.